Let's see if we got the settings working this time. Looks like it should be up now. Great. Cool. We're just working on a widget a little bit more today, polishing our calculator widget. If you haven't seen it yet, it's live on the community, but we definitely pushed out a an early version. There may be still some bugs and some edge cases that maybe we haven't checked yet, and there's definitely some design aspects, like one example being this image that's not great. Thankfully though, if we were looking, for example, like at the Trustybits page, this small thumbnail here shows it pretty nice, but the images that it had me upload were, I may have missed the instructions and it told me dimensions, but it's not great. So we've got a few task items here, things that I'm just going to be working on. You can follow along, you can body double, or you can maybe learn a little bit here. Do with it what you will, but I need to work on icons for these operator buttons. Right now they're just text-based characters. I'm going to work on a better icon for the widget. Currently its icon is this little guy here with the operators. It's not horrible, but it was something I put together very quickly just because you have to submit an icon when you publish a widget. There's that thumbnail image banner such that I was talking about a minute ago. I'm going to work on the hover state colors here, possibly. A few other items here. So let's start with these icons. Go here in our design file. If we're looking this good friend here, let's go ahead and grab a copy of this button. That's not where I wanted it. I want it up here. Another copy of this. Gonna use rectangles, actually I think I might use vectors to create our symbol here. We'll come in on our friend, the vector tool. Text-based is definitely not giving me the pixel snap that I would have imagined. So I'm probably gonna adjust all of these, probably going to adjust all of these points mathematically here. So I take these guys, whoa, they're snapping at half pixels, is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, so let's put this guy in a frame here, and then that should give us better pixel references here. If we do 4, 0, 4, 4, 6, 0, 6, 4, so it should be 10, 4. This guy should be 0, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 4, 10, 6, 10. Bunch of boring numbers. 6. Okay, so I got my shape there. It obviously doesn't line up perfectly with the symbol behind it, but that's okay. And then I can play with, at this point, I'm kind of thinking I don't want any stroke. I'm probably going to want a fill. Should have just hidden that. And at this point, we out. Looks like I took it out of the frame too. It's fine. Get rid of that, and then get rid of this text box, and then bring this guy. He was set up to be in the center. That's great. I probably want it bigger. Let's double it up. Okay. Play around with some styles on it here. One inner shadow. Try a 2-2. Probably -2. Maybe even a -1. Let's get some of our similar feeling there. It's slightly embossed almost. We can probably drop another inner shadow. This one's going to be lightning, the color of it. This position should be 1 and 1. Doesn't do a lot. There's a little bit of effect there. Helps clean up some of the corners. Okay, if I want a little more blur on the black. Spread would be nice, but I can't do that because it's a complex shape. If I'd have done the rectangles, I could, but then if I did rectangles, I'm also not going to get this behavior correct with my shadows either. Too much. For here, maybe. Yeah, I don't mind that too much. It's not perfect, but I'm a little curious. I want to round my corners. What does that do? I do like that a little better, I think. So now, let's see if we can give this guy a whirl here. Now, I want to make sure. Got my other neomorphic effects going on. They're pretty subtle. Almost too subtle. I might have pulled this as a bad copy off. So let's copy this guy. And then we'll go up to our super clean looking component set. Nope. These guys are based off of that. And I've got so many copies of it here now. I think this is the one that I want. Copy here. Overlapping with the icon. Give me more spice in this somewhat unofficial and unnecessary section. This guy's going to be new operator icons. Now, the nature of all the buttons is that they have text, so we may need to create a whole separate set of variants in my component here. So if I do a place, it's not going to let me paste inside of the component. I can also detach this guy for now. It's almost too thick. I think it is. I got it in context, so if we scaled it back down to the original, that's too small. Makes me wonder if stroke would have been the right route to go instead of a vector shape, but it's okay. Go 1.5. That might be about right. It's about like what we want. If I looked at these guys, not gonna get a good measurement on them. That's okay. I do think maybe less rounding. It's a little better there. If we want this guy, then let's just take this and then go edit vector. See if we can just delete a few points here. And boom, we got ourselves a minus sign. Properties already applied. Stupendous. Alright. Come to this guy. Instance. Paste this. Give it a 45 rotation. Looking pretty good. And then we might want a copy of this guy. And do more of my keyboard shortcuts. This guy, I might end up drawing my circles separate and then combining them with the vector. So, okay, so our total width is 15, and we've got 3. Let's pop over here real quick. If I want to make myself an oval 3 and 3, probably a 4x4. It's not going to snap in the middle though. 5's too big. It's drawing me some weird lines. I think 4-4 is the best. Let's see, 4 and 1 is 5, plus 5, plus 3 is only 13, so one more, and then if we did an extra half a point there, let's copy our properties here, and then paste our properties. It's got our same little shadow going on there now. And the group of them together is 15, which is great. Let's do, it'd be great if they were the same vector, which I always forget on these, but I think union, does that do the trick for us? Yeah, it looks like it's a single vector. Oh, it's not, but if I flatten it, now it is. Called union, but you know. And then give this guy a copy, then replace. So now if we were looking at the, got two versions here, but we've got nice little symbols. They're styled. Basically match everything else we got going on. Could do another one for the percentage and the parentheses and the clear. Although I think they're probably good as is for now. So, progress on that task may be done. Maybe some kind of review state there. Work on a Looks like YouTube's telling me my stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Probably due to my crummy upload speeds of internet here. Alas. Let's get the widget icon and work on the better thumbnail. So when we're working with a widget, we've got this one is from the community. And then these are two different versions that we're running locally in development, hence this kind of little dev icon, right? If we were to click on, actually I think the easiest way, if I go here and as one that is able to manage this widget, click edit this page, this is where the images are. No recommendations from them here. I really don't want either of those, to be honest. But here's where it's telling us now. Recommended 1920 by 1080. So let's go and go into our designs. Let's take this new guy that we just made our new icons from. He's currently 507. Let's draw a new frame here. 1920 by 1080. Put that behind. Get this, whoops. Get this guy inside the frame. Too many frames. Okay, got him in there. Do we do any kind of silly rotation? Probably not. Then put him smack dab in the center. One thing that I think we're going to want is a copy of the Trustybits logo. This also makes me question if I want some sort of dark mode for our image. Oh, looks like somebody set this canvas to be it probably works. Precise math there. I think we're going to want a text box in here somewhere. Fig tree. Don't think that's what we'll want. That's okay. This is the TV B100. Just stands for Basic 100. Playing with AFACAD. Scale the guy. Picture 2 is probably too big. Scale it to 7.5. It's probably good. One problem with the frame being the same color as my canvas is I can't see the edges. What did I go for this guy? 64? I do kind of want a little bit bigger, but then we run out of space. I don't know if I like 3 lines. That's a lot of lines. Oh, look, I hit 40 already. That's cute. Give this guy lighter tint. This should probably come over. I wonder if these guys should be smaller. At that point, 40 seems like too much. I even hardly want any. There's potential that we'll have other models, calculators that get released. So, could reuse some kind of simple page like this and just have the model different. Probably wouldn't hurt to then have, at that point, these guys are going to be in their own group. And here, a little more spacing. Maybe this guy is a little bit smaller. I also don't want this to be formatted with all caps. And for now, I think I was going with Zane as my body font. I'll change that later if I need to. Real basic here. Squeeze it down a little bit. Let's just make it fill the container. Let's make the parent container have a max width of, what does 640 look like? A little too small. Let's try 800 maybe. I think that probably works. I'll stick this guy back a little bit here. Oh look, it's giving me my numbers. 151's kind of a weird number, but it's fine. What I might like to do, I don't know if it's something that we need or not necessarily, but let's see. Almost want these guys together, and I want this to, let's hug in here, I need it to fill, which means I technically need this guy to have some auto layout, which threw off my sizes. Getting that, not 1880, 1800, it's 1080. Silly. Okay, now this guy, I can set, oops, we were looking for the height. You don't want to let me fill. What did I forget? Select all children to set to fill. Is it because you did, haha, you did a weird wrap thingy. And then what I wanted was, boom. So now I can put something at the bottom if I need to. I had like 80 earlier. Probably not a bad idea. If we do that orientation, that should get us a little better. Let's frame this guy. Fill the container. So now he should be centered. It's looking good. Now back to this text. Is this even smaller disclaimer text? Probably not. Maybe go one step smaller. What the? I don't want you I want you fixed. I guess we were, if I set the max width to 800, that would make sense. Also, what happened to this also? Wait. There we go. Okay. I think I want some kind of mono-spaced font. I'll just search for one with mono in the name. Kind of dig an overpass mono. I like oxygen mono. What's my, okay, I'm zoomed out a little bit here. 100% zoom. Go back to our mono search. Like oxygen as well. Roboto mono. It's a good one. At the moment, don't have a good, fully fleshed design system with these items defined yet, so means I gotta play around and find one that ends up getting changed later on. Let's look again here. I'll try oxygen, or does Overpass have more font weight options? Is it like it does? Okay, so we'll do medium here. Take it down a notch. I think I like it. Let's come in here. Oh, I don't want that silly scratch on the screen that I was playing with. Let's change up our text here. Let's attach this guy as well. I'm gonna have to go here in just a moment because I'm also baking banana bread. You're being rude. Stop being rude. Keep there. What else to do? Nice. 7's got that slash right in there. Thinking maybe I'll swap on those. That's better. Sweet sauce. Alright. It's probably not going to be the final thing, but it's one that we can use for now. Just going to export this here. Come back in to manage this page, wipe out those, upload from computer. I'm gonna grab the banner image and looky there. Okay, we're not gonna change the version for this because we're not updating code or anything. But let's save changes. And page is gonna refresh and looky there. Bada boom, bada bing. Alright. Thanks anybody that tuned in. Happy to have seen this body doubling session where I worked on a couple of our widget to-do items. Gotta go pull my banana bread out of the oven, but I'll do another one of these before too long.